We are the Hebrew Israelites. Week in and week out, we prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom that you call America, which is better known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, also known as Sodom and Egypt, for the Queen of Heaven worship and sodomy and wickedness that goes on in this filthy place. But you know, we're gonna start to get into pretty much a little topic for, you know, maybe some of you newer brothers or maybe some of you brothers that may kind of like be leaning a little bit towards worldliness right now. So we're gonna start off with that precept.
Ecclesiastes 7, starting at 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and a day of death than the day of one's birth.
Right, so the works that you do in this truth, I mean, that's going to put forth a good name if your works abide unto the end. I mean, Yahushua, he made himself no reputation, except he just followed the will of the Lord. And look at where his reputation preceded him now. Basically, you know, bringing forth the elect for this truth. You know, go ahead to the next one.
It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
And that's the topic we're going to get into. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. Because pretty much, if you in this truth, then you really ain't got nothing to really celebrate right now. You're supposed to be mourning, you're supposed to be sighing and crying for all the wickedness that goes on in this place. You're supposed to be hastening the day for Yahushua's return to get up out of here. Not to, you know, be joined hand in hand with these people, you know, enjoying a good time and trying to live it up here in America.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Right, it says it's for it's the end of all men.
Right,
because pretty much once you get into, you know, basically being like on some Rick James, it's a celebration type shit. I mean, pretty much you gonna draw yourself onto being, you know, partaker in this world right here, and pretty much making yourself an enemy of the Most High when you do that.
Right.
So,
the scripture also said the living will lay it to heart. Right. The living are the elect of the Heavenly Father, the ones that keep his that do his will.
That's right. And the scriptures say them that wander out of the way of understanding, you know, shall remain in the congregation of the dead. But you know, if you've been given this testimony, which is the water to Yahushua, for that, you know, you ain't none of the congregation of the dead. You are the living. So this is the Hebrew word for mourning, and it's abal, which is to feel or express sorrow or grief, to grieve or lament for the dead, to show the conventional or usual signs of sorrow over a person's death. I mean, pretty much that's what we're feeling right now. Pretty much go to Ezekiel, I want to say 2, starting at 9. It's pretty much like being in this truth, you know, you ain't gonna have too much, you know, happiness, you know, not on this side. I mean, if you are, I mean, you probably might want to examine yourself to see if you're really in the faith, because, you know, you're supposed to be sighing and crying.
To that verse of the flesh. This is Ezekiel 2, starting at 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll, a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, and mourning, and woe.
And woe is destruction. So that's pretty much what we out here to prophesy. We out here to prophesy lamentations, mournings, and destructions. Because that's what's coming to America and to 2/3 of our people and to these nations out here. So let's get Exodus 32:6.
Bear with me, I might have busting my fucking finger up, trying to open a raggedy ass can and shit.
When you read, when you first receive the truth, everything's, all good at first because, you learn you're an Israelite. Everything starts to make sense to you. You know that these so-called white people is not your friends, but they're your enemies, according to the scriptures, and you understand why you catch hell here. But then, as, things progress and you start to get deeper into it, it starts to become more and more fitting.
Hey, grab your Bible and help them out with the reading.
This is just basically gonna get into a precept of basically what 2/3 of our people has been on since the first Egypt and is still in modern day Egypt. Got it up.
This is Exodus 32 and 6. Oh. I said, bear with me, Hakion. Motherfucker finger busts his white man. It's Exodus 32 and 6. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat. And to drink and rose up to play.
Right. Because that's going into basically when Moses went up into Mount Sinai to get the commandments written to our people. And here our people wanted to Aaron to make a golden calf for our people to worship. And then they basically just get up and start partying and having a good time. That's the same bullshit our people is on today. Partying and bullshit in the name of idolatry and revelry that's going on here in America. They don't take none of the prophecies when we out here telling them what's going on, to take it seriously as far as the destruction that's about to get ready to come on this place, about how Mosai is about to do a sweep on this place, and, destroy this place with thermonuclear destruction. They want to just sit here and play all damn day, worshiping, false gods like Christmas, Easter, or just being out, going out every Friday and Saturday.
Well, that Absalom and Abner, when the Benjamites and the Levites came together to fight against each other, what they say, let's play. Motherfuckers started dying, man. After that, niggas was getting ran through.
Yeah. So, read the next verse.
And the Lord said unto Moses, go, get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
They have corrupted themselves. Pretty much, And that word corrupt comes from the Hebrew word shakat, which means to destroy, corrupt, to go to ruin, decay, to be marred or be spoiled. To pervert, corrupt, to deal corruptly. So pretty much, being in a celebration-like state, corrupting yourself in this kingdom. You're not separating yourself onto the Lord by being in groups with these people. James 4:2.
James chapter 4, verse 2. James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh.
How would you be a friend with the world? Basically hanging out with people that ain't of the faith, going out to, there ain't nothing wrong as far as maybe going out every now and again, but pretty much if you after the flesh, you constantly gotta go out to bars and clubs every weekend. You might want to check yourself. You may not be in the spirit. So that, I'm gonna let the next speaker come up. If anybody, want to bring up any other precepts, we can go ahead and get into it.
You know what I'm saying? And on that part, he ain't give
us much time on this place. So, I mean, the small amount of time that we do have in this place, he didn't put us here to act up and to act wild and foolish, party, and celebrate. He didn't leave us here to act a damn fool like the rest of these niggas is, especially with this fucking weekend demon that they catching out here. Wait till the weekend, get off of work if you do work, having sex with all these hoes, get work, all this ass shit. Gave us a reason to be here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 17, verse 1. The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time and power over the things therein. We still got power even though we have no power in this fucking kingdom. Because you see these fucking Edomites and these heathens, and hell, even these 2/3 motherfuckers is gonna copy what you do, and they gonna call that a bad. But then they see how strong this truth is moving, and they realize this ain't going nowhere, man. Man, dudes, growing out their beards and stuff, and they don't fucking know why. It's because the Lord has blessed the elders to come out with that truth. And ever since then, you got this growing out your beard as a fucking fashion. Even these Edomites got these big ass beards, man.
He endued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image.
So being made according to the Lord's image, his image isn't reveling and partying and having a good time, because we know that he was an austere man. He's serious. He's about his business. Exactly. He's a man of many sorrows. So you ain't out here acting and chilling and celebrating and shit. And to all of them that walk past, they gon' fucking know that, man.
And he put the fear of man upon all flesh and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls.
Oh yeah, it's like, yo, let me just say this real quick. How you supposed to be partaking in the sufferings of Yahushua if like people out in the world can see that, oh, he was out jigging at the club, not just a couple weeks ago or something like that. That's having a bad report.
And then your reputation is gonna precede you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, when your reputation is tarnished, that's your name being tarnished, man.
What you got?
Yeah, and like I said, he put the fear of man upon all flesh. That's why these Edomites only go so far. We looking at this stuff on TV and the reports they had these Edomites children or teens go and vandalize a car and wouldn't nobody say shit. But then when you have Jake go and vandalize that same kind of car, they get all kind of calls and all kind of bullshit. Even when them boys just slept in the car, about 4 of them, they call and talking about they think they gonna jump out and fucking rob somebody. Because the fear of man is on all this motherfucking flesh, man. They fear a Hebrew Israelite, that's the only man, not a male. We men.
And it's a spiritual thing because he gave us dominion over the whole earth.
And the peace and the power.
These heathens, they belong to us, man. They're gonna be our slaves, man.
Hell yeah.
That's what they were created for. And nobody's.
You got dominion over these beasts and fowls. You don't see Jake all on TV get gobbled up by no fucking lions or getting their eyes pecked out by no birds, man. Because even though Jake ain't like they used to be, we still have some harmony with this place that we stay in. And these animals have some kind of respect to the proportion of the man that's in us. Compared to Esau, they just get fucked up, man. They get their ass gobbled up every goddamn day. I ain't never heard of a hamster jumping in somebody's ass, man. Of course, these Edomites, that's why these animals can't stand them, because they